How's it going, everyone? I'm Contention. Today we've got a good video for you. I've been hemming and hawing about taking my main account to an old KvK like KvK 2. I'll put a card up at the top for that. I'm not going to do it. I think there's too many updates coming, way too many awesome looking updates that I'm not going to go over. There's lots of videos on YouTube. Chisjul had a good one. Dragothian had one. Wick had one. I'm sure there's a bunch more out there. I'll go over it when it actually comes out instead of speculating on them. Let's wait to see what actually happens. But they look really cool. I'm really excited for it. But I still wanted to go back to a KvK 2. So what do? I have a lot of farm accounts. I'll put another card up at the top. But one of them is more like an alt. It's actually built pretty well. I'll show you the age of that. It does have max Mina, which I know is a little bit crazy. But this account was made and developed before migration was a thing. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to see if it's worthy of jumping to a KvK 2 and see if I can get this built up in a way where I can actually contribute. That's going to be one of the main problems. So let's take a look and see what I have. Let's see if it's worth it. Let's see what I can upgrade with the resources I have. Obviously, I can pull more from my farms. Should I bring a farm with me? Leave, 3 or 4 here in 1937 and bring one with this account. But let's take a look. We'll go over all of it. We'll see if it's worth it. Leave your opinions down below. I really like those. They really do help. Really like the engagement from everybody out there. So thank you very much for that. And let's take a look. Okay, so here's the account. What had happened was I was a longtime player of 1167. We took the temple. Migration and KvK was a pipe dream. We weren't sure if it was even going to happen. There was rumors of it. The YouTube community and Reddit and websites weren't very big back then for Rise of Kingdoms. You couldn't really Google anything back then. At least I didn't know where to find it. So I made this other account. Now I made it as a jumper slash, early T4 whale. I maxed Mina right away. I had T4 within like a week. Of course, about a month after that, migration became a thing and I moved my account back to 1167 to help for the upcoming KvK, which didn't really end up very well, but that's a whole nother story. So this account, let's just take a look and see. This is how you tell how old your account is. So in 2019, March 22nd, that's when I made this account. That was just before migration. I know it happened like a month after that, if my memory's right. I don't know how you'd actually look that up, but that's when it happened. So I've got a decent amount of commanders. I'm thinking of running Mina behind Pelagius, just because that's what I did in KvK 2 a bunch of times, and I found it worked really well hiding Mina. Mina in open field, people go after it. They see a Pelagius, they're not as worried. They're going to go after Mina or Tau Tau or other commanders that are really going to be a threat. Is Khan in KvK 2? I feel like he is. That's definitely going to be a target. But do I have Khan in here? Let's see. Can I see? Opened Kingdoms 140 days. I think that's KvK 2. Because I think it's KvK 1's 90 days after it starts. So 3 months. Yeah, this is probably good for KvK 2. I do have him. Obviously not in any good shape. But how should I pair these commanders? So Pelagius and Minamoto. I have Charles at 5511, which is totally decent. His gear, not so great. I could obviously use some Kerouac pants and accessories. I don't really have much of. I'll show you my Mina's pretty decent, right? Like he could obviously use some more epics, and accessories really lack on this commander. I think I do have, I do have Call of the Loyal. Not that that's very great. So obviously he needs some work, but he does have a silent trial, which is nice. He's got the Heart of the Saint, which is also pretty sweet. Now for what to run, I'm not exactly sure. Like, is Ethelfled able to be used as a primary? If I saw Ethelfled in the field, that's the first target I'm going to go after because of her debuff and her AoE. Probably not the best bet in the front line. I've got Sun Tzu, which could go behind Charles Martel. That's an awesome pair because Charles' primary skill does an extra 30% damage bonus, which will work on Sun Tzu's, his primary, and I think maybe a little bit of the damage factor afterwards, because it's 4 seconds, right? It's 4, so yeah, 4 seconds. So that could be good. What else? We've got Joan obviously finished. I do have Alex, not at anything great. I could lock the skill. Now, thankfully, this commander, because I log in all the time and it's VIP 11, I've been getting a gold head every single time I log on. So that's worked out really well. I have done KvK as well on this account a couple times. So I could bring him up to 5511, and that's pretty, or even 5521. That wouldn't be too bad, but how much of a target is Alex? And then I've got Richard here at 5221. So that could be good. I do also have Tao Tao at a decent level. I got lucky on this at 5244. So I could actually use Mina and Tao Tao and leave Pelagius out of it. I don't know. It's a tough call. I think this could be good. I could try and finish Mulan and just be more of a support role T4 player, filling rallies with most of my marches, but then also sending, Joan behind Constantine. Sorry, I don't even have Constantine. Joan behind Charles Martel, and maybe Mulan behind Richard. Hide them, but still giving the buffs to the other whales. So I think it could still be useful. Obviously, I could finish Bjorn and try him out. He does need to be a primary based on his expertise, because he gives 15% increased skill damage for 3 seconds. Probably best as a primary. So I could up that. I do have quite a bit. Of course, I can't show you from him, but I can show you from Yulji. I do have a decent amount of experience points, so that could be good. I could also do Guardians and stuff like that with this commander, so that's not the end of the world. I could always level them up. So that's pretty much the commanders that I have. I wouldn't be able to do much. I'd be able to probably finish one before KvK Season 2 if I migrated and there was still some time left before it. I couldn't really use, I can't use Guan even if I got him unlocked. You're not going to be able to use him until Season of Conquest, like it says at the top there. So maybe this commander setup could be good. Obviously, most of my role would be filling rallies, and I think with that, I could do pretty decent. Obviously, I could train a lot more troops. I think this, I'm going to need more infantry. If I'm going to run 2 infantry marches, I'll definitely need more infantry, because you're going to want to use, how are my expansions? Yeah, I only have 2, so I would definitely need troop expansions. I could get monthly gem and then buy it from the merchant when it comes up. I'm not too, I could just use those. That's not too bad. I've got quite a bit of expanded troops. My speed up count is actually, it's not great on training speed ups, but if you look at the universals, that's a decent amount of train ups, especially when you're talking T4. I could pump out a lot of T4 troops. I have no doubt. Just do it on Eve of the Crusade, so I'm somewhat useful. I don't need to win any events. I wouldn't want to poach anyone's commander sculptures from MGE, or even 20 universals from a speed up training event. Now resources aren't bad. Obviously could be better. I do have a decent amount of choice chests. You could get more of these just logging in and joining rallies all the time. That's probably how I'd burn the AP. Wouldn't need to kill barbarians all the time. So I've got a decent amount of resources, so I think I could be useful. I really do. I've got a lot of gold keys. I've got passports to move. I think I need 1 more, but I actually have quite a bit of alliance credits. I've just been building these up over time, selling Ethelfled, which may be a mistake in the future depending on how the new museum building is. Everyone could be shaking their heads once that comes out, but we'll see what that's like. I think it could be pretty useful. I think it could be fun. I think it could be useful. I don't know if I could find a kingdom to accept this account just based on the kills, but maybe if I message from my main saying what I'm trying to do, Should we open the gold keys? Why not, right? Let's see. Why not? Let's open the gold keys. We got some Mulan. Sweet. Some more gold stars. I'm going to need those if I have to get a legendary commander to 60 because I do not have enough. Let's see. How many Mulan? So I only got 19 Mulan. But I got 10 more Tao Tao. Why did I get so many Julius Caesar? And of course, Gathering Commanders. 22. I got 42 Ashita. That's brutal. Well, we'll leave it at that. Obviously, gold keys right now. Gold keys, silver keys. Pretty much anything that you have been hoarding, keep hoarding because we do not know what the museum's going to bring. Obviously, I got a lot of those. I would probably buy for the next season. I'd probably get monthly gem and then unlock this for $6.99 Treasure Hunter. I wouldn't do recharge. I don't think it's worth it. I'll stick to recharge on my main. That's expensive enough. But I think this could be good. Yeah, the stars. The stars. I don't have... I might... By the time KvK come, I could have another level 60 legendary commander. For sure. So I think that could be good. Obviously, I've got... Ashita. Why would I want Ashita? Mulan, sweet. Okay, do we have... Yeah, we've got that second skill. You want 5-5-1-1. Obviously, she needs to be expertised so that her primary skill, her active skill, is 3 seconds, not 2 seconds. 2 seconds is very short. Adding that extra second really helps, especially when you have, 5, 6, 7 second delay between casting skills. Okay, what else do we got? We got some of... What's this lady's name again? Queen Tamar. Of course, some Julius. Some JC who might end up being good in Season of Conquest now with the museum. Who knows? Maybe Freddy will make a comeback. Awesome. We got some more Bjorn. And we got a Ragnar. Now, I don't know what Ragnar's like in KvK 2 or even KvK 1. I imagine because of his skill with the healing effect reduction, he's good at targeting Richard. Because I don't think there is anything else in KvK Season 1. No, Saladin's not until Season 2. So I'm guessing Ragnar had some use. I'll probably see him on my jumper account. Card up at the top. We're going to have fun with that. That's for sure. Free to play in KvK 1. I'm hoping there's a lot of people who don't know what they're doing because that could be fun. Hard, but it could definitely be fun. Yeah, see, 70. I'm going to get that. Like, why not? 70% off. You don't see those very often. At least I don't. I don't get lucky enough for that. So, I think it could be good. I'm going to obviously level some things up before I do migrate this. If I can find somewhere, like, I only have 51 million kill points, but I think I have a decent amount of dead. Yeah, 2.5 million dead. That's, I've used it in filling rallies and structures. So it has been decent that way. I think it could be good. I think I only have one castle skin. So I definitely need to work on that. But it's infantry attack. But negative cavalry health. So I don't know. It could be decent. I never thought I'd be able to use this account again in like an actual kind of a main focus. It's always been like, if you see, I have all of my farms just kind of staggered around my main here. Just, farming. I don't even remember where the other ones are. They're kind of all over the place. I think they're a little bit more up north. But I don't know. It could be good. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think I could migrate this back to a KvK 2? Or I guess forward to a KvK 2, however you want to put it. I've got 33,000 gems. I've already done growth fund on this account. I think, yeah, growth fund's already gone. So I would get 30-day gem supply. And I think that's really, other than Lucerne Scroll, it's probably all I'd do for it, which is pretty cheap. Like, it's 20 bucks to get it started. Get it rolling again with some gems. Burn AP. I've got Castle 25 on here, so I can help, obviously, rally Barb forts with Mina. No problem. Marauders forts would not be an issue. I've done that on this account before. So it could be, did I buy everything? Yeah, I bought everything. I typically do. I'm surprised I didn't get the gold stars, but I typically do. So I don't know. I think it could be good. I am looking for a home for this. I've got a prospect hoping to get into there, but they might have closed it, and I might be just a little bit too high of power to be in their matchmaking. That is one problem with a 36 million power account. I definitely need more troops, but I can do that when I get somewhere. And then burn them. Wherever I end up going, the troops are the kingdoms, and I will just burn them to a crisp. I'll probably switch civilization. You know what? I'm home right now. Let's switch civilization, because you know what? Why not? I'm going to go with France. I think France is definitely the best. You're going to get that healing speed reduction, and that's going to be, if I'm filling garrisons, I'm going to have severely wounded. If I'm marching towards flags, I'm probably going to get severely wounded because people will target me. Let's switch this to France. You getting that special unit as the throwing axeman. I'm going to be running mostly infantry. Most likely I'll obviously have that cav in there, but I still get the 3% troop health. Yeah, I think I'll switch that. Oh, I don't have one. Oh, sick, yo. I thought I had one. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, I totally thought I had one from... I guess I'll have to wait till the next civilization comes out, which is soon. Yeah, that's going to be soon. And they usually give one out for that. Hopefully. Or I'll have to do an event where you get the second or third column and they have a civilization change in there sometimes. So that's what we'll have to do. Dang, I was hoping I could switch that to France. Oh, well. I'll just start cooking these again and wait until I can do it. Obviously, I could buy one for 2,000 from here, but I'd rather just save that for passports. I'm still going to need at least one, maybe more, depending on how long it takes me to find a kingdom. But that's it. That's all I got for tonight, guys. I was hoping Holy Knight's Treasure was coming tonight because that's what I was going to do on my main. I can forge the weapon for my infantry set, legendary infantry set. So that's going to be awesome when Holy Knight's Treasure comes. I'm going to go for the dagger. Definitely going to go for the dagger. Maybe I can get the dagger and the other... what was the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I was going to go for both of those accessories. Unlock them. Don't have to use coins from Season of Conquest anymore, which is awesome. So that's what I will hopefully do tomorrow night, if not the night after that. We've got Ark of Osiris coming up. I've got more stuff with my jumper coming up. So we got lots more coming. Thank you for tuning in. What do you think? Do you think I could make this work somewhere? I think it could be a lot of fun. Keep the content going. Another experience. I'll be able to do KvK Season 1. I'll be able to do KvK Season 2. And I'll be able to do, hopefully, I don't know if we're going to do Strife of the Eight or the new KvK map, which would be sweet. The desert map looks awesome. I know we don't know too much about it, but it's exciting having new content. So hopefully we get to do all that stuff. It would be awesome. Stick around. We got lots more. Thanks for joining me, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.